Greetings. My name is Siobhan. I want to share a message today. And actually, I shared a message earlier on my Facebook page. And basically, the message was of the heart. So, divinely, I came across a message this morning when I awoke that had the word heart and earth together. And when I looked at them, I realized they are the same letters. And so then the message I received from Source after that was that the earth is a heart, a living heart. Mother Gaia, Mother, the feminine, is of the heart, which is why we keep getting messages of healing and reintegrating the love and the heart. So we are actually living on a heart called the earth. Humanity's greatest challenge is to love ourselves and others. Every single aura session I do, the primary message is to love yourself. When we incarnate, of course, we go through the veil of forgetfulness, but then we're basically indoctrinated into Earth humanity's systems of beliefs. So, and they actually do a really good job of teaching us to conform to their ways. And their ways is one of the absence of love. If you look at the systems and really pay attention, and I started noticing this as a child, of course, that their systems are lacking love. They're always spending actually a lot of energy teaching us as a humanity to not love ourselves, not appreciate ourselves, and to fear each other. Is mainly one of separation. That is the way to dominate any group of beings and control them. So you control the belief systems, and the belief systems are set up of one of separation and lacking love. So how do you restore that? How do you heal that? We are here to balance the masculine and feminine energy. I know that there is some that we're still understanding about the balance of light and dark energy, but I look at it like this. If it was necessary to actually have a balance of the light and the dark energy, I would pretty much have been given a quotient. Like, after you heal this much dark energy, don't heal no more. Because I've been told that I am, some of us like our primary objectives. Some of us are transmuters, and those whose primary objective is to transmute can transmute larger amounts of energy. Of course, angelics for sure, and some star seeds can transmute energy. Some can transmute more than others. I know for certain that in the higher dimensions, when they're transmuting energy, it's not like they transmute for a couple hours or they reach a percentage and they're like, okay, we can't transmute no more energy, or existence is going to stop existing. I've never heard that message. So as we transmute and heal this energy, because that's what transmutation is, healing the lower vibrational unhealed energy, reintegrating it back into source, reminding it that it is of the light. That's how we raise the vibration. So plainly, Source knew ahead of time and allowed for this experience where the dark ones were able to, I guess you say, dominate or control or impose their way of thinking or beliefs onto humanity, knowing that eventually all would be restored. And I believe the initial thought behind this plan is that they basically had confidence in and believing in humanity to eventually choose love, the heart, and healing. Now, of course, as many of us know, there's been timelines where this did not happen and the destruction of Earth has actually occurred in other timelines. which we are healing those, which we already have, so no need to worry about destruction. However, it was necessary for some of us to return to assist humanity further in their healing and in choosing love and light. And the best way to do it is actually to incarnate and be the light and be an example. So the message from Source is always about assisting you in finding your light because you have it inside of you. The more of us start truly tuning in and understanding with discernment what Source, love, and light feels like, the more we will begin to unite and receive the same messages and move forward as a united consciousness. So I feel that, well, before I get to the next point, I want to read a message. So the dragon that is assisting us today is actually the Omega Dragon. Okay, so I'll read that. So the Omega Dragon harnesses the divine feminine power of creation. Intention, hold your vision, birth the higher consciousness. Ninth dimensional Omega Dragons carry the divine feminine vibrations of Shekinah, the universal energy that created our world. Shekinah is the feminine counterpart of Archangel Metatron's higher light and represents pure creative vision. These powerful beings are assisting the birth of higher consciousness on Earth. Collectively, they hold the vision for the new golden age, and this will enable us to achieve the intentions set by Lady Gaia for the evolution of the planet. These beautiful silver white dragons will also help us to hold a personal vision for the highest good. Every wish starts with a thought. Anything that's ever manifested started with a thought. Even if it was the thought to write it out, construct it, plan it, it all starts from thought. That is translated into a picture. These dragons can see into our mind and will hold our vision with us. When an Omega Dragon comes to you, it is time to give birth to a special new project, pathway, or aspect of yourself that has remained hidden. Call upon these dragons to fill you with the power of the divine feminine. This will enable you to hold your vision and bring it to fruition in a wise, balanced, and harmonious way. Most important of all, ask the Omega Dragon to look into the greatest desire of your soul and hold the vision of bringing it to manifestation. So prior to incarnating, we had desires, goals, missions, prophecies. This is why it is so important to develop consistent, clear communication with your higher self, your oversoul, your spirit guides, the angelics and archangels. Because they did not go through the veil of amnesia. They know what you plan to do, wanted to do, desired to do in the purest essence of your soul prior to incarnating. And that's why they hold that vision for you. So when you receive it, when you ask for it, accept it. Don't fight it because it's truly what you want to do without the interference of lower vibrational energy, entities, and the negative aspect of ego. They know what you truly desire to do. And you truly desire to be whole, healthy, healed, and in the love and the light. And to ground that energy, demonstrate that experience here on Earth. These dragons can be any shape or size, so just still your mind and give them permission to merge with your energy. Ask them to soften your path and the paths of all who hold the vision of the new golden age. So I believe moving forward, I've been coming across several questions where people are asking for more information about what is meant behind or about clarification, further expansion on the service to self versus service to others construct or belief system. So that's what I want to expand upon today. So even when a message is channeled, that message, for one, when you're receiving guidance or information from your higher self, your oversoul, higher aspects, the raw collective, it has to channel through your belief system, which is why it is so important for the channeler to have as few belief systems as possible. The more belief systems you have, the harder it's going to be to receive a clear message of truth, which is why it's actually important not to hold so many belief systems so that you can receive clear messages. Let them explain to you the truth versus you trying to tell them what you read or what you heard or what someone else taught you or what you were taught when you were a child. They know the truth. They have not incarnated through the veil of amnesia. So important to receive truth. And another thing that we do, we think so much. We come up with all these ideas and all these systems and all this, and something happened or we'll get a message, and then it's like we receive a message and then we don't allow them to give us the rest of the message. We start thinking about it. Instead, even if you have a dream, meditate, ask, what does this mean? Is there something else you want to tell me? And don't think about it. Allow yourself to receive the rest of the message. The more you think, the more you go into your ego aspect, the more you're just going to confuse yourself. So, service to self as a construct and belief system. This is one of the statements from the Law of One. However, service to others results in service to self, thus preserving and further harmonizing the distortions of those entities seeking intelligent infinity through these disciplines. So if you understand that we are one, then it is necessary to love yourself because you are part of the one. If you do not know or have not healed and have not accepted yourself, it is going to be a very limiting experience when it comes to you loving others. And it's going to be mirrored back to you and reflected to you that you have not or still need to work on healing further aspects of yourself. Loving yourself would naturally guide you to assist others. For when you are healed and understand the truth of oneness, you naturally want to help and assist others. However, if you are not healed, it's almost impossible to receive the clearest of guidance. You receive clearer guidance as you heal yourself, because as you're healing yourself, you are healing parts of yourself that have been separated, fractalized, pushed away, locked away, your shadow self, whatever you want to call it. As you heal, you begin to reintegrate all these aspects into yourself, allowing you to experience more of your truest essence, which is your highest potential. A strictly service to self does not understand oneness and is not healed. What is the thought process or root of the cause of one that wants to be or present themselves as selfish? Selfish comes from a core belief that no one else will love you, no one else will protect you, no one else will support you. So therefore your motivation is one of, I must do this for me and only me, because no one else is going to do it for me or with me or love me. And that is fear-based. it's fear-based, because that is not true. But when you operate from a fear-based belief system, you create these type of experiences, and then they show to you that they are true, which is really just a vicious cycle. Let me see if there's anything else I can say about this. So naturally, when you heal yourself first, you are naturally drawn, you radiate love, you radiate light. You naturally want to help others and you benefit others. If it is of truest benefit to you, it is of truest benefit to the all. If it is of truest benefit to the all and others, then it is of truest benefit to you. It cannot be one or the other when it is of truest benefit. And that is why when it is strictly in a service to self-construct, it tends to not benefit everyone or the all, because you don't understand yourself to be one, and it is unhealed. You have not healed yourself. And that is why it does not benefit all. And it truly does not benefit you, because you are one with all. It is a temporary separation where you do not understand our oneness and our energy, because you're only looking at the physical aspect and the self. When you are in fear, you are only concerned about, or your main concern is about, my physical experience, where you have not healed or started to integrate the higher aspects of yourself. You can only see the physical, what you're eating, what you have, what you buy, how the outside of you look. You're trying to maintain a package when you are doing no inner maintenance. Inner maintenance is of the greatest importance. And once the inner maintenance is taken care of, healed, loved, your outer maintenance will automatically come into place as well. These things will be added unto you because you did the inner work first. You healed yourself first. You developed that communication and relationship with yourself, with your higher self, with your oversoul, with source, with mother, father, source energy, which is the masculine and the feminine. It is not one or the other. When you cut off one, you can never be whole. It is both. Both of them need to be accepted, integrated, loved, and honored. So, part of what we are letting go. So the full moon is tomorrow. In order to ascend, it is so important to heal and let go. Heal and let go. And one of the things that is coming up is even when we are doing healings, such as an aura session, because you receive such a great deal of healing in one session. That's why the sessions are 3 to 5 hours long. The most I've gone is 6 hours. And even in some of these 4, 5, and 6 hour sessions, you do so much healing. But if you come out and tomorrow, next week, next month, you have not healed the belief systems you hold, you continue to manifest or create based on old belief systems, based on an old energy, based on an old way of being, based on when you had entities, all the things you've said to yourself or that they've helped you, encouraged you to say to yourself, that others around you have said to you. Plainly, you have a vessel free of entities, yet you still maintain an old way of thinking. And it will seem to create the same old, tired, patterned existence of creation you were creating before being healed. So yes, the vessel is important. Your mind is important. Your soul is important. All these things are to be integrated, healed and integrated. The new you means a new belief system. How can you be ascending and maintaining the same old belief systems that cause the psychological, mental enslavement of your creation and those around you. So the way the controllers, the system, the matrix, maintains control over you, it's primarily through your belief systems, and then they do other physical things, such as vaccination, water, food, weather manipulation, things like that. But those are minimal. What's most important is controlling your belief system. What do you think about yourself? What do you think about others? What do you fear? So let's see what it is that we, as a humanity, we as a group, those receiving this message are guided to this message now or in the future. What is it that we're letting go of with tomorrow's full moon or in this energy period? Okay. So the first message, it looks like Archangel Michael is going to be assisting us with his sword of truth. I am grateful for the strength and courage Archangel Michael brings to my life. A lot of times to let go takes courage. To seek assistance takes courage. To use your discernment takes courage, strength, all these things, to let go. Many of us have went so long with what we were holding on to, with the belief systems. We have become these labels, these ideas, these belief systems placed upon us. Sometimes it can be scary to let them go, because who are you without them? But without them, you're a whole lot more than what you thought you were. And that's why it's so important to go within, to sit in silence, to receive more guidance, more information, more truth, to clear these distortions. Just because you were told these things or this system was set up for you doesn't mean you have to choose the system or you have to operate within it. There are other choices. So the idea is to teach you that this is the only way. But it's not. It's not the only way. So Archangel Michael will be assisting us in cutting these, whether it be cords, belief systems, this false idea, matrix. Fear is a false evidence appearing real. It appears real, but the truth is everything is energy. Everything is energy. And you can be one with that energy. You can ignore that energy. You can temporarily separate yourself from that energy. But it's just an illusion to you, because Source knows who you are. Source knows that all is of the light and from the light. Whether we forgive or not, it will not change that. But you can experience yourself as love, truth, light, and wisdom here. You don't have to wait till you transcend and remember. And then when you remember, it's like, oh, dang. Let me try again. I can get it right this time. I can get it. I can do it. I can wake up. Like, let me give you a hint. Some of the bad things that happen to us, some of the people in our life that we label as negative, bad, that were detrimental, that cause pain. They cause pain. There's no denying that they cause pain. However, especially when it comes to relationships, these are agreements. Why would I agree to a relationship that's going to cause me pain? To see if I can wake up from that illusion. To see if I can understand and realize that this is not love. That this is not what Source, what God would want for me. And this is definitely not what I want for myself. To make a decision and make a choice that I want something better. I want to experience more of myself. I want to experience more truth and fearless truth. Love, which is the highest energy, God's source energy love. Not third dimensional. I say that all the time. Not third dimensional love. We ain't talking about that. So when you let go, your spirit awakens. Where is she looking? Up. Where is the world? Within her. This is a beautiful energy. Realizing the truth of who you are. Awaken yourself. But you have to let go of the dense energy. Have to let go. Let it go. I embrace my soul purpose and align all aspects of my life to it fully. What is it that you wanted to do? What did you decide to do? What part of the puzzle are you? What energy, what gifts, what spiritual gifts, what healing, what information did you come here that we might not be able to unlock unless you unlock yourself? Now, I will give you one hint. Like, there are certain things that will be done. So when one chooses not to do it or is unable to wake up, there will be another in that one's place. Now, Source wants that first one, of course, to wake up, to heal themselves, to align. However, Source will not force you. So there will be another if you choose not to. And Source will still love you. And Source will not be mad at you or angry at you. And like I said, when you transcend, you'll be the first one saying, I can do it. Let me try again. And do it in a loving, compassion way. Having compassion for each other. It's tough here. This is a tough experience. A tough school, per se. So, have compassion for each other. We're all trying our best. All of us. And love is the only thing that's going to help someone if they are out of alignment. Or if they are in confusion and chaos or lacking discernment. The only thing that's going to clear that is love and healing. So the last card is the sacral chakra. Now with the sacral chakra, I feel comfortable in my own body and I'm sensitive to other people's feelings. This is a card and energy of loving and accepting and appreciating yourself as you are, giving yourself permission to move forward and to let go. Especially with the sacral chakra, you have to, I'm pretty sure men have to clear some sort of mother wounding as well. But in the sacral, especially with women, there tends to be a lot of mother wounding and womb clearing from pain and trauma. And the thing to understand about that is even when you experience pain and trauma, the one that caused it has actually experienced some sort of pain or trauma as well. They might not understand that they did, because you cannot cause pain or trauma without being in pain or trauma. And they were likely in pain or trauma before they caused it to you. So they also, the men also have a lot of work to do in this chakra. But releasing of this dense energy, allowing it to be healed, to be burned away, to be transmuted, is of the greatest importance to unlocking your creativity, your passion, which is your soul purpose, and your sensuality, your sexuality, your ability to honor and love yourself. That is one of the biggest things. Like, a lot of people are like slow to understand. If you don't appreciate the one that you are interacting with, especially in a sexual nature, you don't appreciate, love, or honor yourself. This is a reflection of you. How do you feel about that other person that you are interacting with or engaging? That's truly how you feel about yourself. So this idea that men need to degrade, dominate, humiliate, talk about all this stuff. And I would assume or guess, women do that to some level too. But this is really, really largely imbalanced. It promotes huge separation between the masculine and feminine, the men and the women. And that's one of the things I do not understand is how We hear so many people talking about the system and this and that and what they're teaching us, but yet we hold on to so many of these belief systems that they've taught us. And it's like, if you are not willing to let them go, to expand, to accept and receive more truth, you're not going to move very far forward very fast, because you're still holding on to all these systems of belief that were taught to you. Take the time to examine your belief systems. Take the time to examine why you feel this way about yourself or other people. And examine if these systems of belief still serve you or not. And if they don't serve you, have the courage and the strength to let them go. I love you and I honor you. I enjoy your messages and your feedback and your interaction and the exchange of information. Namaste.